Cooking Melania Trump's favorite Slovenian dish, traditional Potica recipe. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're taking a delicious trip to Slovenia. Ever heard of Potica? If not, you're in for a real treat. Potica is one of the country's most beloved traditional dishes. It even made headlines when the Pope mentioned it to Melania. Today, we're going to make Potica, pronounced Potica, a classic Slovenian rolled pastry. This sweet and nutty bread is going to become a new favorite in your home. Background of Potica. Potica is a traditional Slovenian pastry that's been around for centuries. It's especially popular during holidays like Easter and Christmas. This treat is made by spreading a rich walnut filling over a thinly rolled yeast dough, then rolling it up into a log and baking it to golden perfection. The result? A beautiful spiral of dough and filling that's as impressive to look at as it is to eat. Preserving and sharing cultural recipes like Potica connects us to our heritage and allows us to share a piece of history with others. Ingredients overview. Let's go over what we'll need to make our Potica. Don't worry, most of these ingredients are kitchen staples. For the dough, 4 cups all-purpose flour, 1 packet, 2 1/4 teaspoons, active dry yeast, 1 cup warm milk, 1/2 cup sugar, 1/2 cup unsalted butter, 2 large eggs, 1/2 teaspoon salt. For the walnut filling, 2 cups ground walnuts, 1/2 cup honey, 1/2 cup heavy cream, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 1/2 cup raisins, optional. Fresh yeast ensures our dough rises beautifully, and quality walnuts make the filling rich and flavorful. If you have dietary preferences or want to tweak things, feel free. The key is to keep the filling spreadable. Preparation of dough. Time to roll up our sleeves and make some dough. Activating the yeast. In a small bowl, pour your warm milk. Sprinkle in the active dry yeast and add a pinch of sugar. Stir gently and let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes until it's nice and foamy. In a large mixing bowl, combine the all-purpose flour, sugar, and salt. Make a well in the center of your dry ingredients and pour in the melted butter, the frothy yeast mixture, and crack in those eggs. Kneading the dough. Sprinkle flour on your countertop and turn out the dough. Push the dough away with the heel of your hand, fold it over, give it a turn, and repeat. Knead for about 8 to 10 minutes until the dough is smooth and elastic. Letting it rise. Shape the dough into a ball and place it in a lightly oiled bowl. Cover the bowl with a clean kitchen towel and let it rise for 1 to 1.5 hours to double in size. Making the walnut filling. While our dough is taking its nap, let's whip up that scrumptious walnut filling. If you have whole walnuts, toss them into a food processor and pulse until they're finely ground. Mixing the filling. In a saucepan over low heat, combine the ground walnuts, honey, heavy cream, vanilla extract, and cinnamon. Stir continuously until smooth. If you're adding raisins, stir them in now. Adjusting the filling. Give it a taste. Careful, it's hot. If you prefer it sweeter, add a touch more honey. If it's too thick, a splash more cream will do the trick. Assembling the Potica. Now comes the fun part. Putting it all together. Rolling out the dough. Once the dough has doubled in size, punch it down gently. Roll the dough into a large rectangle, about 1/4 inch thick. Take your cooled walnut filling and spread it evenly over the dough, leaving about a 1-inch border on all sides. This prevents the filling from oozing out when we roll it up. Rolling it up. Starting from the long side closest to you, begin rolling the dough tightly but gently. Pinch the seams and the ends to seal in all that yummy filling. Preparing for baking. Let's get our Potica ready for the oven. Choosing your pan. Traditionally, Potica is baked in a bundt pan, but a regular loaf pan works too. Grease your pan generously with butter or non-stick spray. Carefully lift your rolled dough and place it seam side down into the pan. Second rise. Cover the pan with a towel and let the dough rise again for about 45 minutes to an hour. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius. Baking the Potica. Time to bake this beauty. Place your Potica in the preheated oven on the middle rack. Bake for 50 to 60 minutes, or until it's a deep golden brown. Checking doneness. Insert a skewer into the thickest part. If it comes out clean or with a few dry crumbs, you're good to go. Cooling and presentation. Let's make it look as good as it tastes. Carefully invert the Potica onto a wire rack to cool completely. Let it cool before slicing. Once cooled, dust the top with powdered sugar. Slice the Potica into pieces and serve it as is, or with whipped cream or vanilla ice cream. Tasting and personal reflection. Time for the taste test. The dough is soft and tender, and the filling is sweet, nutty, and cinnamon y. The raisins add pops of flavor. Making Potica was a rewarding experience. It's amazing how food can connect us to places we've never been and people we've never met. Engagement with audience. Now it's your turn. I hope you'll give this Potica recipe a try. If you do, snap a photo and tag me on social media. Have you ever tried Potica or another traditional pastry? What's your favorite cultural dish to make at home? Drop a comment below. Closing remarks. Thank you so much for joining me on this baking adventure. It's always a joy to share new recipes and cultures with all of you. Stay tuned for more tasty journeys. We've got exciting recipes coming up. Until next time, happy baking. Or as they say in Slovenia, dober tek. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.